lookmaxing epidemic has gotten even worse. Bro, we back. We back. We back at it one more time, bro. Let's watch this shit.
Like, I'm sorry, but the LOOKMAXXING community is one of the most insecure and sad communities I've ever seen in my life.
What the fuck? Uh, what's happening? Wait, copyright? Wait, why his shit get muted?
So what you just watched was a LOOKMAXXING or black pill edit of me because a few months ago I made a video about the
Uh,
cringe world of LOOKMAXXING, calling out how this LOOKMAXXING
what
epidemic is
happened?
pretty cringe and
Yeah,
it's
it is
toxic because it's just
cringe.
making you hyper focus on these small things that you really shouldn't be worried about. No one's perfect, so why
Yeah,
try to do all these things to be perfect? And me being right, these LOOKMAXXers decide to make an edit of me calling it cope and calling me a sub 5, saying that I'm ugly. And in that video, I also called them out for making these weird edits, flexing other dudes' looks, yet they wouldn't even show their face on their account. And when I
right.
did that, they would claim that I was proving the black pill right. When in that video, I never said that looks
What?
don't matter. I just said that looks aren't everything. And of course, if you're gonna sit there making videos of other people's looks,
Right,
I would
exactly.
expect you to have your
You
face
have
on your account, especially when
right,
you're
exactly. If you're going around like judging people by their looks and shit, and you're not posting your own face as a criteria for like I guess a criteria for like I guess attractiveness, then like bro, yo ass, nigga, you probably one of them niggas that like fat as hell, balding, and you're hiding behind a Chad quote unquote profile avatar. You're hiding behind that shit. The whole time you are not even a speck closer to what your avatar is.
making fun of people's looks who have birth defects. Like, they made a whole edit on this one dude, basically calling him ugly and saying that it's over for him because he has a cleft lip. It's disgusting. Look, I may
Mhm.
not be the most attractive guy in the world, but I have many other qualities that people will like. And I promise you, this dude who has a cleft lip as well has many qualities that other people would
Right.
like. Call it cope, but in my honest opinion, I call it being grateful and being optimistic, which
Right.
is what a lot of these looks maxers and black pillars lack. I'm
The I truly agree. A lot of the black pill and the looks they have literally given up on life, bro. In my opinion, that's the whole point of even black pill in the first place. It's they have given up on being like just hopeful for the next like for the future. They have literally given that shit up.
grateful that I don't wake up every single day hating the way I look to the
Yeah.
point where I'm smashing my skull in with a hammer. But
I
honestly,
think it's bro, smashing your face with a hammer is wow. Okay.
if you're a looks vaxxer and you hate my opinion on this stuff, make way more edits of me calling me chopped, all this stuff. The more you guys make, the more I'll make videos on this stuff. I will make a whole video reacting to your guys' looks maxing edits of me. Please make them. That would be hilarious. But yeah, in today's video, we're going to talk about looks maxing once again. And later in this video, we'll actually take a look at the comments on my last video
Right.
because a lot of people disagreed with me. Also, another
Okay.
thing, I can't lie, in that video, I did get a few things wrong. Like, I didn't know some of the terms for the certain facial bones, and also just some of the looks maxing terms and scales of looks maxing slash black pill. But my overall point was that this looks maxing stuff is cringe.
Right,
And
yeah.
once
Wow, that's actually pretty that's actually pretty cool of him to at least admit his faults on the topic that he was making a video on, even though like he uh doesn't care about it or like doesn't agree with the lifestyle. He at least he cares about it in a sense of like he care. That's what I'm saying. See, he's a prime example of what I'm talking about. He cares about the quality of his videos, even if he does not care about the topic at all. He at least owned up. He owned up to saying that, hey, you're right. I didn't know the topics of like this of this black pill stuff or the looks max and stuff, I'll do better. Even though I don't care about it, I s- I try to make I try to make a good quality video. I respect that.
Again, don't get me wrong, looks do matter, but don't make it your top priority to the point where you're hitting yourself in the face with a hammer at 15 years old.
Yes.
This is how to bone smash. I have my Sharpie here. See this area
He said, "Be right
right
back." Okay.
here? Your cheekbone.
Bro, this nigga is Yo, my man is hitting his face with a bro. Why is it a rusted? Why is it a rusted hammer? It's not like a. It's not like a. It's not like a fucking. It's not like a clean hammer. It's like a rusted hammer. Why, bro?
Your zygos right here. I'm just gonna be marking where I'm going to be doing it. In these two areas. I'm just going to start hammering at this. I'm just going to be
Is
doing the
that
shorter
rusted? I think
version.
that shit is still
Normally, I
rusted.
do it 5 minutes on each side. So 10 minutes in total. I'm just going to do a short hammer. Yeah, you gotta brace your head.
This is a young guy hitting his face with the hammer to look better. I don't care what your stance is, but you can't tell
Bro, that is self-harm. That is literally self-harm. I don't care what anybody say. You're self-harming yourself to look beautiful, to look attractive. You are literally you are literally hurting yourself to be attractive. You are literally abusing yourself. That is not normal. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what. It is not normal for you to do that. I don't care.
me that this is good. As a
That
society,
is
this
not
shouldn't
good.
be something that's celebrated, in my opinion. While there is some science to it, they do this because of Wolff's Law, which is the principle that bones adapt their structure in the response of the mechanical stress placed on them. Some Muay Thai fighters actually do this to condition their shins. They'll kick hard metal poles to create microfractures so that when they repair, their shins just become even stronger. But again, I don't think this is good, especially to young men. Number one,
Hmm.
you can get extremely hurt from
Right.
doing this. Number two, you'll never be satisfied after it. You'll search
Right.
for the next thing you can change.
Right.
And number three, it's going to frame your entire worth around your appearance. And the day that you don't look good to the looks maxing standard, you're going to feel terrible about yourself. Like
Indeed.
hyper focusing on your looks is just going to drive you insane to
It's
the
gonna drive you insane. It's not gonna make yourself. It's just gonna drive you insane. It is. He's right. It is. It's gonna drive you insane.
point where you're on these forums trying to see how to get rid of the left chin hair on your face because it stands out too much. That's what these looks maxers are on. These dudes could do every single tactic and get every single surgery in
And
the
it would
world.
never be enough because at the end of the day, it's not the outer appearance that you need solving, it's your inner. Let's repeat that again. It's not the outer that needs fixing, it's the inner needs fixing. It's your heart that needs fixing. And no matter how much you change your face, no matter how much you break your bones, try to have this what do they call, like, I don't even know what terms they use. No matter how much you change your face, change your body, this is and that, if your heart hasn't changed, none of it will matter because you will keep doing it, and keep doing it to the point that you might end up just alt F4ing yourself.
To look attractive, and they still wouldn't be satisfied. And that's the sad part about this. A lot of young men are going down this pipeline and it's toxic. Like the guy who was bone smashing in that recent video. That guy is young. He doesn't have his age or anything in his bio, but he looks about maybe 16, 17
Bro,
years
he's
old. He's not even
16. He's
finished his
young.
puberty.
He's not even. Why are you thinking about all of this shit and you're 15 years old? Bro, when I was 15, all I was thinking about was fucking going playing football, going to school in high school, like going to school, what else? Playing the video game, hanging out with my friends. I did not even think of shit. Sometimes talk to some females here and there. I did not think about, oh, I look ugly. I need to do this. I need to do that. I didn't think of, and let me remind you, that was not a long ago for me. I'm 24 years old. I graduated high school at 2020. That was 5 years ago. That was not long ago. And yet it's so crazy to see so many young man. I'm telling you, it's a psychological warfare, man. I'm telling you. He said it's like how people say money can't unlame a lame person, bro. You're so right.
yet, and he's trying to change his facial structure. That is bad. And speaking of changing your
And
facial
then not even that. Where are the parents for these kids? That's the thing. I'm just like wondering where are the parents for these kids at? Where are the parents for these kids? Like I don't understand what's happening. My parents will whoop the hell out of me if they see me trying to do that type of shit that kid was doing. Don't give your kid a fucking phone. I got my phone when I was 8th grade. And even then, it wasn't even a smartphone. It was a flip phone. My dad gave me a flip phone on 8th grade. I got my quote unquote smartphone when I was somewhere around, I think, sophomore year of high school. That's when I got an official smartphone. Y'all gotta, these parents, these millennials, I'm sorry, I ain't hating, bro. Some of y'all millennials, y'all gotta stop trying to be friends with y'all kids, bro. Like y'all really need to parent you guys need to actually be parents, bro. Stop trying to be friends with your kids. They need leadership. They need you to lead them to the right direction. They don't need you to be their friend. They don't need you to do all of that. Lead them to the right path. Install some morals. Install, it's like, bro, being a parent nowadays is probably a fucking nightmare because you can't relax with the access to the internet for your kids because it's everywhere, man. But like, you gotta, but it's like, but okay, I understand that. I really do understand that. But like, think about it like this: when you were this kid's age, I'm pretty sure the internet was everywhere too, right? So what got you? What didn't? What made you not go to this path? I'm pretty sure your parents were always around your like they were keeping up with you at least. They were seeing what's going on with like what's going on with you. They were always checking up on you. He said it was, but I didn't have easy access to it, that's what I'm saying. When I was his age, it was everywhere too. Shit. Snapchat was on. Snapchat was there. TikTok was there. Fucking TikTok. I had For me, it was TikTok was there, Snap, fucking TikTok came out when I was in my sophomore year of high school. That's when it really started popping. Sophomore year of high school was when TikTok came out. TikTok was there, fucking Twitch. Twitch was on there, YouTube was there. I was in this kid's generation. He's a Gen Zer just like me. And yet my parents, they always kept up with us and said what they always checked up on us, especially my mom. Holy shit. And so like I believe that these millennials nowadays, they're in my opinion, they are trying to be friends with they are trying to be friends with your kids. And that doesn't mean that you gotta like be a fucking a dickhead to your kids. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying that like you gotta install values and make your kids feel like they're worth something. That's why these kids are doing what they're doing. These kids feel like they're not worth anything. And as a parent, you need to put it into your mind that they are worth something. But these kids literally feel like they're not worth shit. So that's why they gravitate towards other people. They try to get attention and worth from other people because you as the parent, you're not letting them know that they are worth something. That's what it is. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they're picking up these hammers and smashing in their faces and shit. Their moms and dads are not telling them, son, you are. I'm proud. Most of most of these people, most of most of these people, right? Most of these kids haven't heard of their dad told. I'm pretty sure 99% of their of these kids that are doing what they're doing, they haven't heard of their dads just upright just telling them, "Son, I'm proud of you. Son, you did a great job today. Son, let me hear about let me hear about what happened to school today." Even with moms, "Oh, son, you did a great job at this today." these kids are not getting these things, and so they feel worthless. They feel like, oh well, I gotta be somebody. My parents don't even like, they're not even checking up on me, and they don't even give a shit about me. So I need to do something so that they can. It all results back to the home. You said, gotta draw a line and set boundaries. Yeah, like I'm the parent and you will listen to me on this, period. Yeah, we could talk about it. I could tell you why you should do what I'm saying, but you can't change my mind on it. Wait, what do you mean by that on the last part? I mean, talking to your kid, like if I had a kid, that's how I would talk to them, because I believe you should explain things to them. You should. You should. You should. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these, I'm sorry. I know I don't hate on millennials, but a lot of millennials, from what I've seen, are trying to be friends with your kids. You cannot be a friend to your kid. Not saying you have to be a dick, but I'm saying that you have to set boundaries. You have to let them know, like you have to explain things, why they shouldn't do what they do, you know? You said otherwise they'll feel like they shouldn't listen to you because you're not explaining shit and just bossing them around. Exactly.
Structure. One thing that's popular with the looks maxing community is this thing called a double jaw surgery, which is a procedure done by doctors that repositions both the upper and lower jaws at the same
What?
time to correct
Yeah.
severe misalignments and improve facial aesthetics. And this is something that's really only needed when you have a severe jaw misalignment, like a severe overbite or severe underbite. But these looks maxers glorify this surgery because the befores and afters are extremely dramatic, and it
Right.
changes your bone structure and your side profile. And from doing this as a looks maxer, you can go from low on the scale to pretty high on the scale. A
Right.
double jaw surgery slash Bimax would genuinely change my life. And the crazy part is, this
What?
isn't even a bad looking dude. I promise you, he's probably pulling a bunch of girls, right? But he's so hyper focused on getting this double jaw surgery because he went down the looks maxing pipeline, when
Yes.
in reality, he doesn't need this double jaw surgery. I
What
mean,
the
look at the dude. He's
bro? My Asian
pipeline.
boy. Bro.
A double jaw
Bro, Asian boy. My guy, you probably will pull all the females in your school right now. My nigga, you're okay, man. You see, this is what I'm talking about. They don't have parents. They don't have Their parents are not telling them, son, you're okay. You are okay how you are. These parents are not telling their kids that they're worth something. So they do these things because they want to feel like they're worth something. They're doing it for attention. They're doing it for somebody to praise them. That's why they're doing this shit. That's the that is the root of why they do what they do. I am gonna say, I don't give a fuck. People would say, "Oh yeah, you being homo." I don't give a fuck. I appreciate, bro. I don't give a fuck. I know who I am. I love females. I don't give a fuck. But I will say, if a guy is attractive, he's attractive. This is a handsome young man. Nobody, that's what I'm saying. Nobody is telling him that. He's a handsome young man, but nobody's telling him that. And I'm pretty sure his own parents are not letting him, is not, his own parents are not letting it known to him that.
slash Bimax would genuinely change my life. And the crazy part is, this isn't even a bad looking dude. I promise you, he's probably pulling
He's
a bunch of girls.
pulling, bro. If you was in my high school, he's pulling all the fucking Latinas, all of the white girls. Man will be pulling left or right. Bro, he probably gonna pull some Asian girls too. Bro,
Right? But he's so hyper focused on getting this double jaw surgery because he went down the looks maxing pipeline, when in
yes,
reality he doesn't need
he
this
doesn't
double
need it.
jaw surgery.
He's
I mean,
cool.
look at the dude. He thinks that this double jaw surgery is going to make him look perfect, when in reality, if he were to get this, he'd look for the next thing to get,
Yep,
and the next
and then
thing
the
to get,
next
and he'll
thing,
never
and
be
the next
satisfied
thing.
after that.
He
And he's also acting
won't.
like this thing can't go wrong. I mean, there's plenty of botched surgeries out there. I don't
Hmm.
know, y'all may disagree with this, but I'm just not a fan of these surgeries unless they're really needed. Getting these surgeries in the hopes of going up on the
Surgery is even like, I don't even. It's crazy how, like, even that word itself. I remember when I was young and surgery was, if you said that you had to go to surgery, people were scared. It was. it was considered a negative thing to go into surgery. That's the last thing you want to do. It's crazy now that people are glorifying surgeries. I remember when I was young, if you had to go to surgery, it was the worst. That was the worst thing. People would rather be like, bro, like people would rather keep their broken bone or whatever it is than go on surgery. Because shit bad could happen. It's not surgery is not a 99%, it's not a 100% thing. I remember when surgery used to be in this is like a negative, it was like a negative like light. Now it's like people are glorifying surgeries now. I'm telling you, bro, the psychological warfare is happening in real time and people are not realizing that at all.
looks maxing scale is just pretty stupid. This dude doesn't need surgery. He just needs character. He needs self-confidence. And I can see he already has confidence, you know? But just be confident enough in yourself
In
that you don't need
yourself.
that double jaw surgery to pull even more girls. Maybe become funnier. Maybe build more character.
Hmm.
Building that character starts after you realize that no one in this
I don't
world
even think it's not even that. One thing I've noticed as I've been getting older is just that like if you just have confidence in yourself, people could really pick that up. People could feel that, you know? People could really feel that. They could feel the confidence. They really can. They could just feel it. I don't know how it is. Maybe it's a God-given thing that God has given to all of us humans, but people could really feel that. If you have confidence in yourself, bro, but most people nowadays that are doing this thing don't have confidence in themselves. They do not love themselves.
is perfect, so why try to strive for perfection? In my opinion, you don't need all these extreme procedures done yourself. Groom yourself properly,
Yep.
have good hygiene, hit
Yep.
the gym, eat well, build good character, and that's really all you need. You don't need these extreme surgeries or dangerous tactics to pull women, bruh. And the whole reason I really wanted to revisit this looks maxing topic is because it's gotten even more popular since my last video. People are
Yeah.
considering it mainstream now because
Oh
recently
my
there's been an
gosh.
influencer popping off by the name of Clavicular who's a 19-year-old who's
I've heard of this nigga.
because recently there's been an influencer popping off by the name of Clavicular
I have heard of this guy. Now, I know he's going to talk more about it, but like I said, it is a psychological warfare to destroy the young minds of people, of these kids. They are actively destroying the young generation. And that's what I'm saying. They are sending these influencers and they're keeping you plugged into the media and keeping you plugged into these social media sites to further and further destroy your mind.
who's a 19-year-old who's apparently the looks maxing god to these losers, and he's super dedicated to looks maxing to the point where it's taken over his whole life. Like, this
Hmm.
guy's a teenager still, but his whole world is looks maxing.
Teenager, and you haven't even started life yet. You're 19 years old. You haven't started life yet. But yeah, in his head he think he's it. He's an adult. You're not nothing. I remember when I was 19, I didn't know shit about life. I still don't know shit about life. I'm fucking 24 and I still don't know shit. I believe once you hit 30, that's when you know shit about life. That's when it's like, okay, I'm an adult now. I know what the hell I'm supposed to do.
All he cares about is mogging, which, if you're unfamiliar with the term, it basically means to outshine whoever's next to you. Let's say me and you take a picture.
And that's gay as hell. You gay as fuck. If you trying to, I'm sorry. I should have never said that, but that's so gay. That is so gay. Bro, you know something's wrong with you if you gotta outshine somebody, bro.
And I look better than you, that means that I mogged you. And that's this dude's goal in life, to look better than other people and to get compliments from other people from looking better.
I mean, the goal is to mog, okay? I just want to mog. I don't give a about getting girls. I don't give a about that shit. I want to mog people, right? I want to walk into a room and people are like, holy shit, look at this guy.
Like, this is just
This is so sad. Like, this is so sad, nigga. Oh shit. That is so sad. Like, imagine that's your life. That is your life. to try to make yourself look like you're the spotlight. It's over. He said it's gay. Like these niggas looking at other men all day. Oh man.
sad. Maybe it's because when he was like super young, he just wasn't seen enough, so he
That's
feels
and that's what I'm saying. It starts from the old.
that if he does all this stuff, he's gonna be more seen. It's just sad, and you can see that this dude is insecure. And what makes me think it's a
Insecure.
lack of attention
Such
even
an
more is
insecure.
because I mean there was this clip I saw of him while doing the research of this, where he was bone smashing in front of his parents, and they were telling this man to go away.
At that point in time, institutions you go away. Sit down in the morning with their portfolio managers and their analysts and say, oh, they were gonna make six.
I'm not gonna lie, his parents are correct right there, bruh.
His parents are not correct. Shit, my parent. If I, I'm sorry. That's like you see what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about? Like trying to be friends, trying to be friends with their son. Boy, if did that shit, my dad will look at me. I would even, bro. I would be scared to do that shit, bro. Oh man, no respect, no. They're so. See what I'm saying? These kids they're like so relaxed around their parents. Like, I'm not saying you have to fear your parents, but there's no respect for their parents. They don't have that installed in them. I wouldn't even dare thinking about doing that in front of my parents. There is no respect. The respect is gone. She said, "Can you go away?"
I'd disown my son if he was bone smashing. This guy is
This song shit, this nigga gonna get the belt, nigga. Get the fuck? Nigga get the belt, my nigga.
an insecure final boss. He's so insecure that he can't even pick up a slice of pizza.
No. No. Look at him. Look at him. He's trying, bro. Is the kid in him is like, please get me out of here. No, please get me out. The kid in him is trying to get out so bad, but he can't do it. He can't do it. It's I'm like I oh man. He said, bruh. The kids bro, he is suffering. I'm telling you, is the heart. He is suffering. I look at him, I'm like, if I was next to this guy, I'd be like, bro, just eat the slice, bro. You're okay, my nigga. You're all okay. A slice of pizza. My nigga, I'll eat that fucking I'm not hey, I go to the gym from Monday through Friday. I do not give a fuck. I'm eating that fucking box of pizza. I do not give a fuck. I'll be alright. I'll burn it off. I'll burn it off. I don't give a fuck, bro. I do not give a fuck. And I don't eat pizza all the time. I just eat it once a while. But golly. Look at him. Look at him. Look.
Dude isn't even a bad looking dude. No matter how much looks maxing this guy does, he could be the best looking person in the entire world.
He can't even enjoy himself. He can't even enjoy life because all he has to set himself to a standard. He has to not even set himself to a standard. I wouldn't even say that. He's just so consumed by an ideology, so much so that like that's his whole life. He has to perfect it. Damn.
Yet you can tell he's still insecure. And that is sad. He'll never be secure with himself. And I can't lie, Clav definitely, like you can see, he's improved his looks from when he
Improved.
started to now. But
My
you
nigga,
could
did he
also
hold on, my nigga, did you just
attribute that like
God damn.
he's improved his looks from when he started to now, but you could also attribute that to puberty because I mean the dude, I think he started when he was like maybe 16, 17
Yeah.
years old, somewhere around there, and now he's 19. And since Clav just wants to mog everyone to reach this goal of being at his best, he's doing everything possible, like wearing makeup, getting surgeries.
Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. If you're a guy, you bro, you I'm sorry, that's gay. That's so gay, nigga. Like I'm sorry. Like, you wear makeup and you're a guy. Look, if that's hey shit, if you gay, shit, just come out and say it. That's just how it is. Like it's 2025 at this point. Like my nigga, like it is what it is, bro. It's about to be 2026 next month.
taking steroids, and even doing math.
Nigga
But
take
switch that A
steroids.
with an E.
Wait, is it true you do math? Somebody told me you do math too.
I do math, yes. So
Oh my gosh. This nigga is wait, isn't that illegal? Like, I'm sorry, isn't that illegal for you to do that? And why is he broadcasting his why is he saying that on live? Like, am I like tripping? Wait, is meth not like illegal? Wait, is not illegal anymore? I thought meth was illegal. Maybe I'm just not, bro. I haven't been, bro. I just been focused on myself and trying to make this money. Isn't that illegal? And not even that. You and not even that. You're young as hell. Let's say if it's legal, you're still young as hell. You should not be taking meth at 19 years old. If you were like, I don't know, maybe 25, 22, 23, 24, 25, then I understand that. What? He said, I think it is. I think it is. I think it is illegal. It's illegal.
I do math to, basically suppress my appetite and try to get leaner. It's really not as bad as people think.
How do you take it?
Bro, bro, look at him.
Nasally,
I'm sorry, what is that?
like up your nose.
This dude is snorting.
Bro, snorting meth. Oh God. He doesn't even look well over here. Bro putting all this makeup and shit on his face, and we could all just tell, like, bro, you don't look well. You
That
do
A
not
with an
look
E.
well,
Wait,
my
is it true
boy.
you do math?
Look at him. Brother, you don't look well. I don't know what you're doing. I'm praying for you. I really am. You don't look well.
Somebody told me you do math too.
I do math, yes.
No
So I
soul, look at no life in that. You could just look at him and there's no life in him. The life has been taken out. It's just an empty husk.
I do math to, basically suppress my appetite and try to get leaner. It's really not as bad as people think.
How do you take it?
Intranasally,
I'm sorry, what is that?
like up your nose.
This
He
dude
know,
is snorting
and this nigga knows what intranasaling is, but he just trying to say that.
math to suppress his appetite. This is disgusting, man. There's something in me that wants to say that this dude is trolling, but I highly doubt that considering that he also used to hit himself in the face with hard objects. I'm not surprised why he thinks this is just something that's okay
Oh
to do.
my
I think
God.
men should wear makeup because it's the best way to conceal different flaws in your face without actually addressing the underlying issues. A lot of men are super against using makeup, and I don't know why. It's just about not getting caught. If you could use makeup and no one knows, then there's no reason why you shouldn't.
What kinds of makeup?
What the fuck is this nigga talking about? What is this nigga talking about? I don't even understand what this nigga is talking about.
Do you wear?
Using a microbrow pencil to fill in any gaps and growth, great way to make them look a little bit more full, a bit more striking. Anyone could have perfect eyebrows.
This is my biggest issue with this. It's
What? Y'all niggas are doing this? He said, I mean, I don't disagree with him. You're putting makeup on your face? Niggas are doing this? I thought females were doing only did this shit. I ain't doing that nigga. Oh man. Damn. Damn, I don't wow. Now I sound like a boomer. I didn't know niggas are doing this shit. He said, "Hey man, I think we men should have more ways to look better than just working out and grooming." Bro, I think that's the only thing a man should be doing. I mean, you could put some lotion on your face and like, put on some cologne. That's it. I think that's it. That's what you should be doing. Making sure your hygiene is good. You know, getting a haircut every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks. If you don't got money, then that's okay. Make sure you get at least once every month. smell good. That's it. Put some lotion on your face, make sure you don't got some chapped lips, and that's about it. I ain't know niggas. I ain't know niggas are doing makeup. Shit, man. This is insane. He said, "I'm not." He said, "I don't wear makeup now. I'm just talking about not. I'm not talking about wearing bright red, glossy red lipstick. But I don't know what it would be. I don't know what it would even be. Just saying. I didn't know niggas are doing this. Wow, amazing. This is truly amazing. I am I am really shocked that people are doing this. Wow. In my age, and this is
All
wow.
about
Okay.
hiding your flaws instead of embracing them. Like, nobody is perfect, and they're striving so hard to become perfect when being perfect just isn't real. It's just not real. To embrace the fact that you have flaws is to be secure with yourself.
Yeah,
And none of these
exactly.
dudes care about being secure with themselves. All they care about are the compliments from others because they don't feel like they're enough in this world. And that's why they're never satisfied with how they look. I think more
Right.
people just gotta accept the fact that, hey, people have flaws, man. No one's
People have
perfect. I
flaws,
accepted the
man.
fact that I have a big forehead. I mean, I could
Me too. Shit. I accepted the flaw that like I'm definitely gonna be bald like my dad. But it's okay because at the end of the day, if I'm gonna be bald, at least um who knows, I'll probably grow up a beard. I'll probably do this, I'll do that. I don't know. It's all right. I'm still gonna be pulling. That's all I know. I'm still gonna be pulling. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be bald and still pulling. That's it. I was talking to my dad literally like 2 days ago, and he was like he was at my dad. We talked about like my dad. I was talking to my dad literally like during Thanksgiving, and I've been talking to him about getting back on like getting back to his health and shit. But like he because when I was little, he was able to ride a bike and all that type of shit. Now he's just like, now his ass don't be like, his ass don't can't even get on the bike anymore. I'm like, Dad, we really need to work on your health. And he's like, Yeah, I know. I need to start doing that. So I'm gonna help him out, but it's crazy. It's like, what? This is insane.
go out, get surgery, maybe get a hairline surgery or whatever to make it look better, but I'm happy with how I look. Obviously,
I'm
there's room
happy.
for improvement,
Yes.
but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get some sort of surgery to make my forehead smaller. This forehead is a staple, dog. This isn't going
Yeah.
anywhere.
It's not
I'm
going
spending
nowhere.
$100,000 on surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6".
That is more about presence. You walk into a room, people notice, right? Because
Oh
people will come
my.
up to me, they'll say, "Oh, well, 6'2", that's already very tall." But in terms of percentiles, it's only 91st percentile, right? 6'6", we get to 99th. I'm someone who wants to be the best, right? And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. The unfortunate part about limb lengthening surgery is almost no one is going to be able to do it because you're going to have to be out of work for 6 months to a year. You're going to be hospitalized for the first 3 weeks.
Bro.
You're pretty much immobile for the first 3 months. The next 3 months after that, you're really not going to be able to walk without crutches and stuff like that.
What?
So getting away from work for that long is just not possible by most people. And not to mention the outrageous prices. So it's a very treacherous process. It's very painful. You have to be under close supervision with doctors, and you really have to gauge the value. Is this something that's worth it to you? Because it's a horrible process, and there's no beating around the bush on that.
Doing all this.
Bro. Oh my gosh. Hey, and this is why I keep telling you, Lurch, this is why I keep telling you, this is why you shouldn't be passionate about anything. Right there, that's a pure example of a guy that's passionate about trying to be so attractive that that shit has consumed his mind. And the thing is, like, he's saying it that's gospel. He's saying it that there's nothing wrong. Like everything that he just said, like it seems in his head, he thinks that shit is that he think that shit is literally like he think that shit is cool. Like he think that shit is like normal. Oh, I'm willing to do the be the best. I'm willing. He's willing to be the best so much. He's so passionate about being the best that he's willing to literally not walk for a whole year because he wants to be 6'6". Fuck up he's willing to break his own bones just so he could be 6'6". Amazing. He said, "Nah, this is just mentally broken from smashing his his face with a hammer and doing math. I'm passionate and I'm passionate and I'm trying to do all of that, bro. Wait, you are? Or I think you meant I'm not trying to do all that. Wait, what?
just for people to be like, hey, that guy's tall. Insecure final boss. This dude is
Insecure.
extremely insecure. And I just feel bad, bro. Sure, being tall is a plus, but I don't think being tall is everything. There's no point in getting height lengthening surgery because I promise you, the moment you have kids, and let's say you're a short man, look, I'm 5'7". Imagine if I got
Shit, I'm fucking 5'5". I still be pulling. I don't give a fuck. I still be pulling, bro. I still be pulling, bro. I'm 5'5" and I still be pulling. You just gotta find a girl that's shorter than you. And even then, like a girl that's your height or a little bit taller, they still be going, bro. Like they don't care, bro. Niggas be just thinking like, oh, if I'm tall, I'm funny. It's like, bro, only yeah, you're going to attract the people that are also insecure about themselves too. What did they always say? Um, it's like there's this one guy, this one old man. He said that like, um, if you're a dickhead, you're gonna attract you, you're gonna attract dickheads. If you're a insecure person, you're gonna attract other insecure people. If you're confident, you're gonna if you're confident or whatever it is, you're also gonna attract. You are what you put out, and so whatever you have, whatever you are going to attract other people the same way. You know that is insane, nigga. I'm 5'5" and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yes, I've gotten rejected before because of my height, because they say, "Oh yeah, you too short." But shit, I be changing their minds, be like, "Shit, it's okay. I'm short, but hey, when we're at the bed, we're the same height. So what's the point about that? Who gives a fuck?" And they be just laughing and just be like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right." Shit, man.
height
Nigga,
lengthening
it's the truth, nigga. It don't matter if she's taller or shorter than you, but nigga, when y'all at the bed, y'all the same height. Who gives a fuck?
surgery. I went to like 6'2", and my kids grow up to be like 5'3" or
Yes,
4. I'd be like, dang man, that's rough. They're
that's
gonna be like,
rough.
Dad, why am I not as tall as you? Man, you gotta get your
Yeah,
bread up and get that height lengthening surgery.
yeah,
Sure,
man. You gotta go get that surgery. Your kids are gonna be, bro. My kids are gonna be. That's why, like me, like when hopefully I get a girl that's like, hopefully I get a girl that's like kind of taller than me, only so that my kids could be a little bit tall. But hey, it don't matter though. If I get a girl that's shorter than me, I don't give a fuck either. I know you just gotta install that confidence in that in your kids. Cause and the kids they look they are kids are like sponges, right? If they look at their father and their father is confident in they get values and morals from what they look at or from their parents and shit. They're like sponges. So if your parents are like, hey, they're confident in themselves, your kids are going to be confident in themselves too.
most women care about height, but I don't think it's to the extent that people make it to be online. Some people
Yes,
think that if you're not tall, then you're cooked. When
you're
in
cooked.
reality, that's just not true.
That's not
Mature
true. That is not true. He said maturing is realizing if you're shorter than 6 foot is over for you. Maturing is realizing that like most of the stuff that you're doing, nobody cares if you go to a workplace, a work area. or anywhere in life, no one fucking gives a fuck.
Is realizing if you're shorter than 6 feet, it's over for you. I feel like that's not maturing. I think that's more of you dematuring if you're
Yeah,
thinking that being under 6 feet means that you're cooked. If anything, I think your brain is cooked for thinking that you have to be over 6 feet
yeah,
or you're cooked in society. There's many
right,
great people in the world who are short, man. Being tall, yeah, it's a plus, but it's not everything, brother.
right.
Back to Clav though. Since he was popping off and losers attract losers, he decided to go on the Fresh and Fit podcast and he decided to rate women because that's something that a lot of these looks maxers love to do. They like rating people.
I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10. You, I'm definitely.
Wait, do you want him to say like why he gave the rating?
This is like, oh man, and I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, oh man, this is heartbreaking because it's like, hold on, let's finish watching this.
Yeah, can you give him say why they? So she got 3.5. Why and how can she improve?
Well, her mid face is way too long. Obviously, she's got the jowls coming in, horrible nasolabial folds. Horrible total facial width to height ratio. Just really bad age indicators. But obviously, at 30, that's not something really that's going to surprise me. Her upper maxilla is
She is getting humiliated on lot. Oh man, wow.
for orbitals. That's why your under eyes are coming in like hell. Really recessed chin. All the facial convexities are wrong. Her radix is recessed. Moving on. Okay, well, how much time do we have on the podcast?
This dude, I'm
Oh my gosh, bro. Now, at the end of the day, I don't feel bad for this lady because she put herself into that situation. You a grown ass lady and you're in a table full of other grown ass people. I don't feel bad for her. It's just like it's crazy. But I will say she is getting humiliated. It's weird to see this. It's weird to see this because they're all grown ass people. These are all grown ass people. These are people that are older than this kid. And yet they're letting a kid dictate their livelihood. Somebody that they're even older than this kid and they're taking his opinion seriously. Now, I'm not trying to say that like when you're an older guy needs to look down on the younger generation. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that with shit like this, when it comes to shit like this, at your age, as a 30-year-old or 40 or whatever, you should have confidence in yourself that you don't care about what anybody says about how you look. You're already grown.
This dude, I'm not gonna lie, this dude Clav would be an amazing doctor. And I say that because this dude has a lot of knowledge
He
when it comes to this
does.
stuff. I'm not gonna
It's
discredit
interesting, and that's the thing that's so sad about this is because like you could tell that this kid really has a sharp mind. He really is, and he's really talented in the sense of like he's sharp. You could tell that he really is knowledgeable, but it sucks that he's using that knowledge to destroy other people. He has a talent, and yet he's using that talent to destroy other people instead of using his talent to uplift other people or to make society better. He's using it to destroy other people and let them down for his betterment. It's insane. I wish I was as knowledgeable or as fast or quick, smart, like just like him. But I'm not. I know I'm not. I don't have that talent for that. But it's insane that like he's man.
him at all. He knows all the facial bones. He knows all this stuff, right? But I
He'll
feel like
make
he just
he'll make for a great doctor. Who knows? Shit, he probably be making for a great surgeon. The way that he's like just going, naming the terms and going crazy. Hey, I keep telling you, this is what happens when you're passionate, my guy. It's too passionate to not see the gift that God has blessed you with that you could use to uplift others. It's now you're so passionate that it has consumed you and you're using that to destroy others. Isn't it is insane.
using this stuff for the wrong reasons. I hate to say it, but this looks maxing stuff is just gonna be the new red pill. Like, y'all remember how back in 2021, 2020, and like 2022, 2023, there were all those red pill alpha males that were coming up saying all this stuff about women? The new red pill is just this looks maxing.
It's not really. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't even say it's a red pill thing because the red pill stuff the red pill stuff, I will say, like, I don't know. I'm like iffy on that because there are some truths into the red pill stuff. Like they give you some, like, they really tell you. I don't agree with them like talking shit about women or saying that like women are hoes and this is and that. But I do agree with the red pill stuff when they talk about how there's women have a different nature towards men, and like the way that we need to. They're giving us how on facts on like how a woman conduct themselves and this is that and a third and what a woman expect. I believe that this is something that most men should, not most men, if not all men should know about this. I mean, the stuff that most of these red pill stuff be saying, my dad has already taught me that when I was younger. You know, my dad always taught me, hey, you need to make money so that your woman could look at you with respect and she could feel safe because a woman judges you by your pocket, and it's not that being they're not being it's not that they're being in vain or anything like that. It's because a woman nature is all about security, and if you're not able to provide that for your wife, she's going to not think that she's gonna be afraid to even be married with you because she's gonna think that you're not gonna be up to the task to protect her and the kids. That is something that my dad has taught me when I was younger. To people, that people would say, "Oh, that's red pill and that's this, that's that." That's just how it is. He said, "Nah, but that's just 'cause that's you're raised that way. It's not even really nature. We all want security. That's not exclusive to women." Exactly, but it's like but what I'm also saying is that, and you're right, it's not exclusive to women. Everybody knows what it is. It's just that like most men don't realize that they really need to be making money. Most niggas be thinking like, "Oh, she got to love me for me." And it's like, "I'm sorry, that's not how things are. That's not how the world works." Yeah, she could love you for you, but if you're not, if you want a family, you need money. That's just how it is. You can't be a guy that's not willing to like have the capital to protect you and to protect your wife and your children, to provide for your wife and your children, you know? He said what he said what that does is it poisons the dating pool because men and women walk into relationships with these made up expectations. That is true. You should never, I would say this, you should never ever have expectations for anything in life. Not trying to find real love, right? It is reasonable to want a stable he said want a stable partner, but that shouldn't be only for the man to be. And you got niggas out here thinking that they gotta get all this money to find women who will want them, and they end up being a gold digger like that Akash nigga. Yeah, nah, Akash nigga, I heard about him too. Then this is just me, but like I said, the dating pool is beyond fucked in that regard. I don't think there's fixing it because of this sort of thinking. I don't think I don't know. I don't think when they say the dating pool is fucked, I'm saying I don't know about that one. I still think you could date people, you could date women, bro. I think that it's maybe I don't know where you live at. Maybe you probably live in the city or whatever. I believe, but if you live outside of the city, you find women that are really trying to just settle down with people. In the city, then I could agree with that because the city is usually more influenced by the social media stuff. They got a lot of social media. The access for social media in the city is everywhere. But if you live outside of the city and you live in the countryside or something it's kind of like the countryside is kind of like it's it's still everywhere. The access for social media is everywhere, but it's not as much as the city. So, and the reason why I say that is because like where I'm located now, I'm outside of the city. I still go back to Chicago to see my parents and stuff, but I'm outside of the city now. I don't live in the city anymore. And so I go around and I see women trying to just settle down with a nigga. Now, of course, you're gonna find those. I'm not saying that you're not gonna find those women that are programmed like that. I am gonna tell you, but I am gonna say this: you're not gonna find women outside in the country that are sevens and eights. You're gonna find you a woman that's probably fives, fours, probably even threes. A six. On a good day, you might find a girl that's a six. It's really up to you. And the thing is, one thing I will say about the red pill stuff, I will say is that a lot of men they have warped minds. They have warped the minds of young men to think that they should only go for women. They deserve like men should only deserve a woman that's six, a seven, a eight, or a nine, or a 10. And I tell niggas, I'm like, bro, you an average ass nigga that get up, go to work, come back home. You're never gonna get you a girl that's a five. Now, I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't have preferences. I'm not trying to say that, but I am trying to say set your, like you said, stop having made up expectations. Same thing with the females. It's the same thing with the females. But I really poke a lot on men because I believe that, a lot of the red pill stuff and everything that's going on, they always keep talking about how women are fucking up and women are fucking up. But to me, they be saying that the niggas that be talking shit about women, they be talking shit about women, but then I look at their life and I'm like, well, you talking shit about women, but you can't even run your own fucking program. You're overweight. You don't even clean your place. You don't got your own you don't got your own shit. You don't got your own car. You don't got your own place that you live at. You don't even work. Why are you talking shit about women when you don't even got shit going on for yourself? You know?
Stuff. And it's going to get even more annoying by the year. And it's also going to get extremely dangerous. That red pill stuff got dangerous, but I feel like this looks smacking stuff is going to get even more
It is
dangerous.
gonna get
There's going to be
dangerous.
little kids hitting their face with hammers because they're not attractive enough. When they're like 8 years old, they shouldn't be worried about this. Another
Yeah.
person Clav decided to rate is the streamer Marlon, which I'm pretty sure we all know who Marlon is, but
Who
if
is
you don't,
Marlon?
he's this streamer who is also a model. And no homo, but he's a pretty good looking dude, you know? And this is
Oh,
what Clav had to say about him because, he's a looks maxer and he follows this looks maxing scale to the T.
What would you rate Marlon on a scale from 1 to 10?
I would rate Marlon between a 7.5 and an 8 out of 10. So I'd put him right around Chad. Extremely good looking, very mager. So I'd rate him Chad.
What's his main negative?
His main negative is his mandibular growth, right? So he's got a bit of a recessed mandible. You look at some of the clips of him in motion from the side profile. His chin is slightly recessed. Obviously
yo,
we're being hypercritical just for the objective rating. I think he's better looking than me before anyone goes crazy. But it's just if we're being hyper analytical, that these small things take him down a little bit in terms of his points.
He's pointing out all these things that really just don't matter, bruh.
it does not matter at all. And I bet you that Marlon pull more hoes than this guy. He pulling more girls, more hoes than this guy. But it's okay though. It should that should not be a trait or like a competition thing. Or a what do they call it again? A stat to flex. I'm just saying that I just think that this look this looks maxing thing has really warped the minds of young men to really just not focus on the real deal, you know,
Look at Marlon, bro.
in
He's a
life.
good looking dude. Pause on that. No homo. So why even hyper
Bro,
analyze?
why does people need to say pause? Like I don't even give a fuck. I'll say that the bro is a handsome young man. I know how I am. I don't need to say I don't need to say pause or anything because I know I'm not into guys. But I will call a spade a spade. The guy is a handsome young man. He's a handsome man. That's it. He's an attractive man. I'm not as I don't need to say pause because I know who I am. And so
This stuff. But yeah, like I said, this dude Clav, he could become a doctor. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. I just feel like he's
he
using it for the wrong reasons.
he's so talented. And that's so sad about this. He's so talented. He could be a really great doctor. This is the type of people we really need to foster for the next generation. We need new doctors. We need who knows, he could be the nigga that fixed cancer. I don't know. Shit. I'm just saying, I'm just saying that we're not it sucks because it's like the the parents are not doing a great job to foster these kids that have great talent to help out society. They're letting their kids just they're letting the kids just be warped by social media. They're just leaving them alone. And when they do something bad, then the parents gonna try to say, "Oh, well, he's an adult. We can't." It's like, no, you're at fault for it. You let him get to where he was at. You gave up on him when he turned. You gave up on him when he was at a young age. You gave up on him. You didn't install any values. You didn't install any morals. You didn't install anything. And now that your kid is that, now you want to say he's an adult. He could do things on his own. No, you gave up on him, and that's why he's doing what he's doing.
Now, Clav, since he's also popping off, he's been streaming a lot with people like Aiden Ross, Cuffham, and Neon, the three horsemen of cancer streaming. Neon's been a bit better now, but Aiden and Cuffham are pretty bad. And now Clav, he's here and he's the fourth cancer. He's been streaming a lot and acting
Wow.
all edgy, trying to be cool by saying things like the N-word live because, hey, nobody can cancel me. I'm a Chad. When it's just corny. Because I know he wouldn't say this to any other black person to their face. He
Hell,
only says it
are
because
you serious, bro? Bro, bro, man.
the King Rigby, the raccoon, Cuffham, allows him to.
It gets like overwhelming.
Be real. You think like hella girls would approach me like as like they want to fuck with me? Like you saw me in person. And bro, we're close now. You can be honest. Be real.
Fuck no.
And in one of Clav's streams, he
Oh no. Oh no. Y'all saying Cuffham is a sellout? That nigga's a sellout? Shit. Hey man, that nigga don't give a fuck. He's trying to be like Speed. He's trying so hard to be up there. He said, "Wow, it's crazy they always go that route. They always man trying to be edgy." It's like, how is that cool? You just know, like this is what I'm saying. These are people that can never ever be in society. That's why they have to do the streaming thing. The streaming thing is their society. They can't be in the real world because in the real world, none of this will pass by. Imagine this guy at fucking Walmart working or any grocery store working, and he said that, bro, he's getting fucking jumped. His coworker is beating his ass. His coworker is beating his ass like crazy. No one in the real world that gets up, go to work, makes money, come back home will stand by and let that shit happen. He's getting his ass jumped. But he can say that because the streaming is his life. That's him. That's his community. That's that's the world that he could stay in, you know?
was actually giving his girlfriend, who's 17, these fat dissolving face shots.
Nigga, I hear you got the plug for those fresh Stacy's. Hit me up, nigga.
Dude, I can already see it clips. Clap injects meth on
Chat, we're LOOKMAXXING her. We're LOOKMAXXING her. It's all good.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Imagine being a father and you see your daughter doing this. Oh man. I will rate, bro, I will crash the fuck out if that was my daughter and that was the man that she's following. I will crash the fuck out before.
People are gonna fry me for this, which I don't know why. This is an ice cold take. This shouldn't be a hot take in today's day and age. I think everyone should agree with this, but I don't think a 17-year-old should be taking these fat dissolving injections to the face out of a random syringe. Hot take. You know, I might.
And not even out of a random syringe from anybody. That's not even a professional.
For that, but I don't think that should be happening. People are going to be calling me crazy for saying that, but this is just weird. And I think the weirdest part is that this guy's audience is so young, so they're going to take this into account. They're going to think that this is something that's okay. They're doing this just like it's something normal when this is dangerous and you shouldn't be doing this. Watching LooksMaxxers convince little kids they're ugly. They haven't even gone through puberty yet and they're being told it's over for them. LooksMaxxing is literally a ploy for companies to make money by destroying men's mental health. I highly agree with that. Like I said, looks do matter, but there's other things you can focus on.
It is a way to push that agenda because it's going to literally make young men evolve to being transhuman. They don't even. It would make them not even want to be human anymore. They have to evolve from being a human because to them they'll start believing that being human is so ugly that they have to evolve from it.
looks. These companies are trying to sell you a
The
solution to a
transhumanism
problem
is
that
getting
just doesn't
pushed
exist. The
every
reason this
day.
stuff is so pushed is because they want you to be insecure about a small thing so you could buy the cure when that small thing really doesn't
And the
matter
cure
at
is not
all.
even
When
a
the real
cure.
cure, if we're being honest, is just self-love. And this looks maxing stuff
It's
is
not even
also
a cure.
destroying women because you got women out here taking X-Acto knives trying to make little cuts within their eyes to get up on that
Oh,
scale. This stuff is just disgusting. But like I said, my last looks maxing video got a lot of comments, so why not respond to some of those within
oh
this
my
video?
God, that's actually real. They got there's people poking, using knives and poking their eye. They're making slashes under your. Man, y'all niggas. Telling you.
Of course, it's a sub 5. So if I was attractive, would you take what I'm saying into account, or would you just say that, of course, it's an attractive person saying this? I wonder. I can smell the edits coming for you. Please, please make more edits of me. I'd laugh at every single one of them. I'm gonna laugh because there's gonna be many looks maxers out there that pay for all these surgeries and they're not gonna be satisfied. And I'm gonna be over here looking just normal and be satisfied with how I look. Please make more edits of
Yes,
me,
please.
because I promise 10 years from now, we're gonna bring this clip up and we're gonna talk about this exact same thing. And y'all are gonna see that I'm happy, but these looks maxers aren't.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a sub 5 incel that's making a video about looks maxing.
They
Definitely
always gotta
just
use the incel. They always gotta use that. They don't even. That doesn't even make any sense. The incel word. It's like that doesn't. Isn't incel is like what incelibate? Like you can't even just literally can't like have sex with girls or like. Isn't that like I'll be always hearing about that? It's like incel is like what incelibate, right? Like you literally can't have sex with girls.
sub 5 incel, man. This video is just normie cope. They'll see the less sane side of looks maxing and write off the entire movement. Actually, when I think about it, it's a good thing normies don't wake up to it, because that means less people improving themselves, thus less competition. Once again, in that video, I mean, I said that there's nothing wrong with trying to maximize the way you look, but I
right.
think it becomes a huge problem when you're doing all these crazy
Right,
surgeries
right.
and extreme things to achieve
To
that look. I just
achieve
don't think that's
being.
good. Call it
It's like they're doing all this to be just good looking. Ah, man, he said looks maxing niggas are the worst, or he said are the most incel motherfuckers on the planet. That's crazy. Oh man.
normie cope, but hey man, I just think it's pretty stupid. You ugly. With a
You
capital ugly. What do you mean I'm ugly? I'm like the second coming of Marlon, dog. I get it, but calling looks maxers cringe is like bullying a kid because he can't make friends. Bro, what are you talking about?
What are you talking
I
about?
don't think that's anywhere near what
That
that
is
is. And
not
yeah, this
even
stuff is
that is not even like close to what that those two things are way different, but okay.
cringe. It is very cringe. If you don't see that it's cringe, then you're a part of the problem. You look terrible, dude. Well, I mean, I look terrible to your scale, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that maybe might think I'm attractive. So why does the way that you think that I look matter?
Right.
If there's other people out there that maybe think that I'm attractive, who cares? Look at your chin, hair, eyebrows, brother. Oh man, you may mog me when it comes to my chin, my hair, and my eyebrows and everything, man, but at the end of the day, those are things that I can't really control. One thing I can control though is the amount of money that goes into my bank account each month. Which you
Yup,
probably
yup, bro. This guy, bro, based. That's all I could control. Getting this fucking money. That's what you should be worrying about. Getting this motherfucking money and worrying about trying to look good. Cause that shit ain't gonna matter when you don't got a roof under your head. That shit ain't gonna matter when you don't got a roof under your head and you don't got no food to eat. That shit is not gonna fucking matter, bro. These kids, bro, that's what I say. These niggas have so much free time. These niggas have so much free time, bro, that they're worried about this shit. This is how I know they have so much free time. Cause a regular guy is not thinking about any of this. He's thinking about how can I make money so I could like how can I make money even more money so I could use that money to invest in my dreams, invest in what I want to do with my life, invest in my talent, and then use that to like bring in more income. That's what niggas needs to be worried about instead of this fucking look maxing shit. Cause when you don't got a roof under your head and you don't got money, none of that shit matters.
You can as well. And let's just say, I mog you, brother. I don't mean to be that guy, but I definitely mog you, brother, when it comes to that. I also mog you when it comes to just self love, man. I mog your self love.
I'm like,
Sub
yes.
5 got triggered. See, look, I may have gotten it triggered a little bit, but would you say that you got triggered as well for commenting that? It's over for bro. Heartbreak emoji.
It's
I
over,
mean,
bro.
if it's over for me because I love myself, then what does that mean for you? Is it over for you if you can't afford these certain surgeries that you want to get to look better? And if you get those surgeries, then you'll still be unhappy. Is it really over for me, or is it just
It's
more
over
over
for
for
right,
you? Like,
right.
let me know. This video proves exactly Black Pill's point and also how our society has felt past years and how much our IQs have felt. If you see a Black Pill edit with sad music, saw disabled people, and you think they are making fun of them, this shows how stupid you are. Of course, most of these methods of looks maxing are copes, but also this is how dumb most of you are. Nad, in the same time you asked for a face reveal. Never mind, Grays. I
What?
had a complete stroke trying to read
I
that.
don't
That
even
isn't me
understand what this
proving
nigga
Black
just
Pill
said.
right.
I don't even know understand what that nigga just even said. Like I don't even understand. Like these, I'm telling you, these are kids, bro. These are kids.
That's just me saying that if you're gonna make fun of somebody else's looks, why not show your face? And these black pillars were making fun of people with birth defects. If you think that's something that's okay, then you're just an idiot. You're a disgusting human being. And I like
You
how this
are.
guy is trying to talk about IQs when this guy's IQ is so low
He's so low
that
he
he
can't even
can't
grab.
even
He
understand my
can't.
point. I think this video is
He's
wrong
grabbing
and
so
just
good.
points on the worst parts of looks maxing, but being honest, this generation needs it. This generation does not need this extreme looks maxing. All they need to know is to have good hygiene, groom yourself properly, be a good person, build good character, have a
Yes.
routine, and boom, you're good.
And
You
you're
don't need
good. You don't need to put makeup in your face or I really can't believe niggas put makeup in their face. I really don't understand that. Like bro, I am such a boomer. I didn't know niggas are doing that shit. Niggas are putting makeup in their face.
all this other stuff. Of course, a Yakub looking sub 5 calls
Yakub.
looks maxing cringe when you're
What is that word? Yakub. I'm I'm still in that. Yakub. I didn't know that was even a word. That's a funny word. What is a Yakub, bro?
your fourth wife divorces you for Chad, maybe then you will swallow the BP. That is so cringe. Oh my gosh, that was the cringiest comment I have ever seen.
Yo, what is a Yakub? Hold on. Hold on, I'm searching that up. Yakub. What? Oh. Yo. Yo. I didn't know this was real. Yo. He does look like a Yakub. Okay, you gotta give it to him. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm a type of nigga that if some nigga roasted me and I see it and it's actually funny, I will actually be like, bro, you know what, bro, you were right. I remember a nigga told me that I had one of my friends. He told me I look like Rex from He said Rex from Toy Story. A nigga told me I look like this, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at myself and then I looked at Rex. I'm like, bro, I do look, bro. I was like, bro, I'll give you that, my nigga.
All this other stuff. Of course, a Yakub looking sub 5 calls looks maxing cringe when your fourth wife divorces you for Chad, maybe then you will swallow the BP. That is so cringe. Oh my gosh, that was the cringiest comment I have ever seen.
Okay, but you can't lie. You do look like a Yakub ass nigga. You can't lie. You do look like a Yakub ass nigga. I can't.
That is so cringe. Oh my gosh. That was the
Yaku.
cringiest comment I have ever seen. This guy is definitely 3 years old. He's definitely 3. I'm gonna cut him some slack though, because maybe his frontal lobe hasn't fully developed. By judging them for not showing their faces in their vids, demeaning them as ugly for not doing so, and bundling them as cringe for that and joking about it, you're basically proving their point that looks are everything. You're literally reducing them to their appearance and judging based on that. That's literally their point that people do that like you do. You're literally proving their own point right there. Once again, I'm not proving their point. I'm just saying that if you're going to make fun of other people's looks, you should at least show what
Yeah,
you look
you
like
look
first.
so that we
Totally
could
draw
judge
a
about how so that you could be set, you could be held to that standard. You could be held up to that criteria. And he's right. He's right. But hey, you still a Yakub ass nigga.
average sub 5 triggered. Over for you, sub 5. Lamau, bro. Lamau. That's like the only response that these looks baxters have. They'll just be like, oh, you're a sub 5. And
What is sub five? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Like like what you're 5 foot or some shit.
that's it. Then they just go into their room and cry because they weren't born a certain way. Notice how the only people who criticize looks max and all are chopped as F. Ha ha ha. It's so insane how they're right about society in general. Next time, if you feel insecure, fam, don't make a video about kids. Kids like literally teens. It's crazy when you're a grown ass man. Holy shit. I think the thing is, I'm making videos about this so people don't fall down that pipeline and become extremely insecure. It's crazy that you don't see that you're insecure, yet you're calling me insecure for making a video about it. I think you
Yeah.
guys are more insecure than anyone on this entire planet, because you guys
Yes.
are getting all these surgeries and still being unhappy after you
Indeed.
get these surgeries. So who's really insecure? It's like if
Right.
they were sitting here judging how much money other people were making each month, yet they weren't talking about how much they made each
Yeah.
month. Obviously, I'm gonna ask that question: how much
How
do you
much
make
you
each
make,
month?
right? How the fuck did you make? How much you fucking make? You, why are you pocket watching other people?
Feel like you can judge other people on how much they make each month. And if you can't understand that, then once again, you are just an idiot. Of course you look like that, Lamau. Yeah, of course I do look like that. I look like a great guy. Your forehead is the world. That is actually a funny comment. I can't lie. That's actually really
Nah,
funny.
nah. Yeah, that's good too. But you can't lie. The YouTube one is good too, bro. You can't lie. That is a funny That was a funny one. The Yakub one was way better.
In conclusion, love yourself and accept your imperfections. Look, no one is perfect in this world, so never try to strive for perfection. The moment you get over that hill where you can accept your imperfections is the moment you really start living. Once again, I think looks matter, but there's other things you can focus on other than just looks. These companies
Yeah.
are literally just trying to sell you a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. They want you to be insecure about a small thing so you
Yes,
can buy
indeed.
that cure. When the
Indeed.
real cure is self-love.
It's
But yeah,
self-love.
all that being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. Let me
Indeed.
know what you guys think in the comment section below. Twitch CameraWAK, Twitter CameraWAK, Instagram CameraWAK, Discord link in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen.
Indeed.
All that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Shout out to him using the Ocarina of Time um um Ocarina of Time title music. I love that. I love that OST. Probably one of top 10, probably top 10 OST of all time. He said that Yakub one dealt critical damage. Motherfuckers unleashed the on cam. Bro, you know that way pierced his soul, bro. Pierced his heart. Bro, that shit did it super effective. That was super effective on his ass. Hey, shout out to Cameron though. I really appreciate his video, bro. Hey, shout out to you. I really love this video.